All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. The name is Hassan, and this channel is about my struggle to become a profitable day trader. I'm stream live every market open, so you guys can see my entries, exits, my wins, and my struggles, all that good stuff, man. If you want to join me on that journey, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get to this review video for the day. Definitely missed the ball today, missed the target, missed the mark. But it was a good day. It was a good day in the sense that I feel like I gained something from the loss, and I feel like I'll be better tomorrow because of today. So, not the worst thing in the world. Um, Today I really didn't find anything that I would consider A plus in pre-market, and watching one thing that is not A plus, understandable possibly, but watching three things, trading five things, it's just way overboard, man. It's unprofessional, and it's not sustainable. And my problem, this is my problem, this specific thing, when I don't find what I'm looking for pre-market, and it's just this feeling that, well, I gotta find something to trade, right? And so I just kind of lower my standards and just go look for, things that could possibly move up today. And that usually turns into days like today, where I'm just spinning my wheels and throwing out R's. So tomorrow, y'all remember when I went to trading the SPY or the Qs, and I remember feeling so much more relaxed, dialed in, and focused, and able to really execute on my setup just watching one thing. I remember feeling so relieved, you know what I mean? And I really enjoyed being able to just narrow my focus on that one thing. But the thing that I really didn't like about that is because I'm a long bias trader. And, the SPY is going to be like, in a year, half the days is going to go down and half the days is going to go up. Or I don't know, maybe a third it goes up, a third it goes down, and a third you get inside days. So I feel like it wasn't really good odds for me, man. AAOI is looking real good right now. But that part I didn't like. I didn't like the idea. I started playing with inverses, so then I would be flip flopping. I'd be over here on the short side, then the long side, and it just was like there was no real. I just didn't like it. But now, so I like looking and finding the things that has the most likelihood to go up. Like with the SPY, you're just whatever you get is whatever you get. But looking for gaps up in pre-market, it's a little different because you're looking at the best thing that has the highest likelihood to go up. And I'm used to trying to find three or four or five or six, right? Because I want to increase the probability of me picking a stock that's going to go up. So I want to watch a lot of them. And again, my weakness is looking at things that aren't A plus setups. So what I want to do tomorrow and going forward for at least the near future is to pick one thing to trade. Just come in the morning, look at the market, scan the market, and look for that one thing to trade. The best thing that I can find to trade, and then I'm going to sit there and just watch that one thing. This will help me keep from over trading. It'll make sure I don't miss the setup, because sometimes I'll have a number one, but I'll also have a 2 and a 3 or a 4 and 5, 6, and I'll miss the setup on the number one because I'm distracted by trading 3, 4, 5, and 6, or 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? So That's what I want to do. Man, I really think AAOI is about to go up. It's hard doing these review videos while the market is still open because I always end up seeing things that I want to trade. But I'm max lost out today, so no worries here. But that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And just imagine if I can only look at one thing, I feel like I'm gonna spend a lot more time trying to pick that thing and really do my due diligence comparing and finding the absolute best opportunity for me. And I think that'll help tremendously. And if it doesn't set up, then it'll be a no trade day, hopefully. And if it does set up and I get stopped out, then that'll be one loss. And maybe it makes a new high of day after that and pulls back. And maybe I'll take a second swing, possibly. But I really think like 2 trades max a day with this strategy is probably gonna be what I'll get to. I mean, unless I go spiraling out of control and just keep trying to enter the same stock. But I think this will be a really good thing to kind of narrow my focus and keep me from trading 3, 4 things at the same time. And also finally collect some real data. Because it's like, okay, if I pick this one thing, this was my number one thing, and you know, 3 out of 5 times that one thing doesn't go up, well, maybe I need to adjust what makes something A plus, right? My guy Trey was like, you might it might be more than just the daily gap and it might price, float, RVOL, all of that. So I think this will give me the opportunity to really dial in what my A plus setup is on the macro, on the daily, weekly, that type of thing. And it'll just help me get the best things in front of me and focus on only trading those things. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. Today, let's go. We can go through today though. Um, and as usual, most of my losses are things that I say I can look at and say I shouldn't have traded that. Right? Like it's not like, dang, I don't know what happened. It was a good setup. No, it was a bad setup. So we got this opening volume coming in. I draw my blue line, right? And then we make a high, but we come back and we don't hold VWAP, we don't hold HVS, right? Comes all the way back below, closes way down here. Now it opens, comes up, it does make a higher high, new high of day, but then what? Crashes right back through. And I mean, this is pretty much over after this. Like my system, my rules, the higher high of my entry pattern has to be high of day. And so this is not back in play until we're back above high of day, right? Which is over here. Um so yeah, this was below. We had a lower low and a lower high in reference to this guy. Right? This is no entry and there's no high of day. It's still it's downtrending. It's downtrending. There's no reason to buy this right here. So that's my bad. That's my bad. Clearly stepping outside of my system. Right? INTC. Let's see what happened here. So got the opening volume, got my line there, make a high, and then come way down here, make a low. And now again, this should not be back in play until we're above high of day. So here we go. We come up here, new high of day, a nice move up. And then we pull back. Here's my HVS line. Do we hold it? We do for a second, and then boom, we drop back down. Right? So now we're back underneath all the high volume, right? there's like now we got these 2 high volume candles and now our high is way up here. And so entering down here is a no-no. So just really just a breakdown in my execution and my decision making. Hymns. This was my number one watch today. And so I had to stop myself from taking the 1 minute ORB, which I would have gotten stopped out in the next candle, and then I probably would have FOMO'd in here though. um, yeah, so I mean, it was I saw the strength, but there was just no real clean entry for me here, and so I sat on my hands, which was good, which was really good. And then we pulled this high volume that came in up here with this long topping tail. That really just killed it for me on this one. And it came, it pulled way back into the opening area, the opening HVS, which is cool. It's a little enticing, but we're still under VWAP. So this entry's crap. Stopped right out. And then okay, we finally make it back above VWAP and we're above uh the opening HVS, but look at this high volume candle here. This HVS is meaningless at this point because the highest volume of the day is on this candle. So now here's the real HVS now, right? So I'm way underwater trying to trade down here and it does not work out. No surprise that it never made it back up there. So again, another breakdown in execution. So I mean, I don't. That's why I don't have any issues with my strategy. The issue is with me, my execution of that strategy. Excuse me. Same thing again. It made the move. This is definitely the backside of the move. Comes back to VWAP. I drew a line up here on top of this candle because of the high volume that came in here. So this is, above a significant amount of volume. But I don't know, after all this time, all this stuff that's traded up there, it's probably not. I mean, this is not an ideal entry. Also, higher high needs to be what? High of day. Yeah, that's way up here. So we're underwater here. No scuba suit, no oxygen tank, straight stop sauce, man. And then we have Nvidia, which I had no business trade. I really don't want to trade these. Actually, market cap on Nvidia is really not that bad. Um, excuse me, y'all. All right. Oops. Hey, we just recorded here, man. No edits. um, I was watching a video around here. This could have been a possible entry, but it's just honestly, by the time it got to this point in the day, I had already conceded to the fact that where my edge exists, that time frame is passed and nothing set up within that time frame and that area of the move. And I really told myself like this should really just be a no trade day and that'll be a nice win for you. But I couldn't walk away, man. I had to trade, and that's just sitting in front of the charts, man. I'm gonna trade, unfortunately. Uh, but that's something I plan to conquer. I must conquer. I must conquer. But yeah, man. So really, just bad trading today, um, bad decision making, and just doing too much, man. So tomorrow I'm gonna just slow it down. We're gonna really, really get to quality over quantity, and just like 3R every. If I can just get 3R 3 times a week, you know, and maybe a break even or a stop out, on the other 2 days, that would be 9R on the three winning days, and maybe minus 2R on the other 2 days, which would be 7R a week. That could be pretty legit. That's very profitable. That's very profitable. So I gotta get over wanting to trade everything and just pick that one thing that's showing the highest probability, for a good opportunity for my setup, and I'm gonna just trade that. We're gonna try that we gotta try that for a couple weeks, man. The SPY is going off. Yo, y'all can't even see that. Man, all-time highs on the market, y'all. That's what's up. But yeah, so that's the game plan tomorrow. Coming in, I got to get in early, at least an hour before open, and just honestly, does it really take that long to look at the gap list and comb through? Probably not, but it's nice to come and settle in. But just got to get here in the morning, comb through the gap up list, look for the volume, look for the daily setup I'm looking for, and if I don't see that, I think I'm okay with watching a minus or a B plus setup, but just one. I can't fill my watch screen up with 3 or 4 B setups and trade all of them and expect to be successful. You know what I mean? So one thing, just trading that one thing, what I consider to be the best opportunity of the day, I think could help out a lot. And that's what we're gonna try. We'll get definitely for the rest of this week. We're gonna do that, and we'll keep it rolling. So that's the plan, y'all. That's the plan. I feel like we're getting closer. I'm not haven't had a $40 $40 negative day in a while. 5R has been kind of like my worst day lately, which is a lot. So I really want that red day to be 2 trades max. Like if I take that second try and it doesn't work, hey man, we'll come back tomorrow. But yeah, man, that's all I got, y'all. Tell me what y'all traded today, man. Hit me in the comments, man. I love hearing about y'all's trades as well. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. Got the Discord link in the description. It's all free. I'm not selling anything. I'm just out here on the grind, just like y'all, trying to make it happen, trying to get the money out the market, not from you guys. But I do appreciate the likes, man. Appreciate those. Anyway, yeah, man, y'all be safe out here, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow morning, inshallah. Appreciate y'all. Peace.